Hey folks, so I've been traveling and so I haven't made any videos lately, but I'm gonna start on my Tagliata. I did not find any shishito peppers. I don't know what I was thinking. Why would I find those? Anyway, but we used to get them. But so I'm just gonna make something Italian, which was really good dietarily for me because there's no pasta, and I love pasta. But it's based on something I ate almost every week at Bar Pitti in the West Village, half a block north of, on 7th Avenue South, half a block north of Soho, West Soho. And I'm not going to make the dinner tonight. I'm just going to start the marinade and make the dessert because I promised I would show you a nice indoor grilled meal that include the dessert. I'm not including an appetizer for this because I don't know, it would be bruschetta, I guess. Hey, there's an idea. Tomorrow I'll do bruschetta, like the real way, using the grill. Okay, so I got my herbs, and I got my quite flat steak. I was looking for a hanger steak or a skirt steak because they're quite cheap. And this method, which is the method of grilling this steak, comes from my experience as my eating experience at Cafe Zuni in California, which is quite renowned. We're just gonna chop up all the herbs and we're gonna herb marinate this overnight. And you could do it for 2 or 3 hours, but I plan to make my espresso creme brulee first. So we're going to do a rough chop, 2 cloves of garlic, maybe a little more rosemary. A steak can handle strong herbs. In fact, it calls for it. And then we're going to throw it in a bowl with oil. I'm doing a marinade 101. It's not like people don't know how to do that. So it's oil. I'm not gonna do much with that. I don't want to touch because I need to use my fingers to be non-greasy. But we're gonna I need them to be non-greasy so I can turn on and off the camera. So we're just gonna basically, oh, and like I said, like this works so well with cheap cuts of meat, cheap, thin, like skirt, hanger, and okay, the flour's great, the smell's great. That's what we want. Okay, so this is quite delicate compared to those cuts of meat. And now my hands are a mess. Okay, hold on. So we're just gonna put it in here. This could, like I said, you don't really need all night. It's better that way. And the flavors will be suffused into the meat. I'll probably end up cutting this because it's separating into 2 pieces for my grilling, my indoor grilling, which I think you might find fascinating if I don't like smoke out the entire house. So there we go. That's the fast way. You just press, get it all smooth. I've made a lot of oil on my hands, but herbs and garlic, nothing better than that. Hey folks, so this is the main course, and I'm hoping to do it in fewer than 2 takes. I have the fan on high. I've got the grill coming to medium high, I have my marinated sirloin tip, but it's been marinating. If you had to marinate, if you had hanger steak, you could marinate it like this and cook it like this. I'm just gonna cut it in half. I think it would all fit there, but I just feel like it makes sense to cut it along its sinews. Notice all the herbs and the garlic. I'm gonna leave that on. Those herbs are imparting flavor. You could wipe them off, but I actually think that there's not too many, and it'll just help form a crust. So I'm putting the garlic pieces back on. I've added a little olive oil to my fennel, which is my main veg, and I want to salt the fennel while this comes up to temperature. So I'm salting the fennel here. And I'm seasoning, so I'm adding black pepper. Same thing goes for these steaks. You're gonna season very well this side, pepper and kosher salt, and I'm gonna turn it over so that I feel like it's gonna fall off. So turn it over and smush it. Turn it over and smush it. Okay, and then we're gonna season this side very well. And look, I have lots left. I'm throwing that in the sink. My hands have been on meat. I'm throwing that in the sink. And I'm going to do pepper on the side. If you do it from a height, you can see where it goes. And I have leftover, throwing that in the sink. Okay, so I can see some bubbling here. I'm gonna throw some water on. I don't want to put the steak on prematurely. No, it didn't sizzle. That means it's not hot enough. If you want a sear, you only have a few minutes to achieve that, because nothing is going to, because these thin cuts of marinating steak, like the tough cuts, you can't cook them for long. They need to be seared, 2 minutes on one side, 1 on the other, and then you use the thumb test. This is the thumb test. This is well done. It's hard as a rock. This is medium, and this is medium rare, and this is rare. If my finger were longer, it would be basically, this is basically rare with a sear. Okay, so let's get the water going. We're grilling, it's late. I didn't realize it would take this long. Okay, that looks like the right temperature. Remember, I have a large grill surface here, so we can do these two on it, no problem. And we're gonna turn that up a bit, and I'm gonna turn on this timer for 2 minutes, because it's hard to tell when you're talking. It's also hard to get 2 minutes. Okay. And I'm not gonna make you wait for 2 minutes. Don't worry. I'm gonna come back when it's time to flip them. Okay, so we've reached 2 minutes, and it's puffed up. Let's see what we've got here. Well, looks awesome. This is actually 2 pieces. So I'm gonna put it back like that. And I didn't realize it was 2 pieces. And this one I'm giving a minute. If you do this test, this is where it is. Okay, 1 minute. I'm gonna check this off in 1 minute. And I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna flip the other one more time because I didn't realize I had a big piece hanging out. Okay, so it's smoking a lot. Got the windows open. And we're gonna do the last flip for this one. And let's do a test. I feel like this one came off and has crusts. So I need to put this on another minute. But I think it's 30 seconds. Judging by the finger test. So I just want to let you know how it's going. And then we're going to put this. Oh, I have the wrong. Oh no, that's 30 seconds. Okay. Everything's done. Turn it off. And now we're going to rest it. There's a lot of garlic and a lot of herb flavor in there. And we're going to tent it. And you can see that the herbs and garlic mostly burnt off, but there's some left in the crust. And that's okay, because we're going to slice this off. It's going to be fine. So this needs to be tented. Oh, you know what? I got to turn it back on because we're adding our fennel now. And while these grill for 10 minutes, 5 each side, we're going to tent the meat here. Get rid of the bowl. Tent the meat, put it aside. We need the juices. And I have the salad, which is baby arugula, or rocket, also known as rocket in English, in Europe. And I've got some baby, I've got rocket, and I've got baby spinach for a little different flavor and a little different texture. I have my fig balsamic olive oil dressing with salt and pepper. And I want to emulsify that. It was emulsified a couple hours ago. And we want to emulsify that. And we're going to just dribble a little on here, because I'll put the rest on the final dinner. And we're going to use our tongs and get that nicely covered, but not wet. Just lightly covered, not wet. Okay, like I said, it was seasoned, so I don't have to season the salad. Okay. Might be time to turn these. Yeah, when they have grill marks like that, you can turn them. Let's make more room. That's, well, you can't see it, but they have grill marks. Okay, so that's what you want to see, and you want to see that on both sides. Let's see. Okay. You don't want it to be raw, but you want it to have a bit of tooth feel. I'll get back to you when it's time to cut the meat. Okay, we're gonna slice the beef against the grain, but first I'm gonna put some citrus on. This is the cool part of the grill, And we're just gonna zap it with freshness here. And I think the fennel's gonna like that. I turned this off, but it's cast iron and that part is still hot. So let's go get it off there. Because we want these to be kind of like little steaks. Like that. We don't want them falling apart. Okay. They can fall apart a little bit. But, okay, so that's some roasted fennel. We've got the beef. We're gonna cut it, we're gonna save that delicious brown juice, put it back in the meal. And I'm just gonna plate one of these up. So I'm going to take one piece here. I'm gonna slice it on the bias and on an angle. So that's where the, okay, I can turn this off now, I think. This is the grain of the meat. So we're gonna slice it with a very sharp knife, and we're making tagliata, which I said derives from the Italian word for cut. Cutting. Tagliatelle, which is pasta, is also made by cutting, if you're doing it by hand. So we've got our delicious meat here. That's classically medium. Some of these thicker pieces are medium rare, but they're going to continue to cook. So let's do this before we plate it. Oh, and it's getting more and more cooked in the center, because remember that other flap came out? So we get cooked less. But that's medium. I don't know if you can see it. And these ones, the flap that only cooked less time is more medium rare. That one's kind of rare. Well, that's all good, because you have different guests with different tastes. And some might want rare and some might want medium. I was going for medium rare, but my finger test worked because none of these are overcooked. Okay, so now we're gonna plate it in the Italian method. This is actually a very healthy, well, for me, it's dietarily good, because I don't love, well, I love pasta too much, so it's nice to have less pasta. So I gotta get a plate. We're gonna do the arugula salad, like that. We're gonna put the tagliata across it, like that. We're gonna put some grilled, delicious fennel with the lemons. One might even put a little lemon slice on there, but I don't want to take the time because it's late and I want to show you. And then I'm adding the bruschetta. So it's basically a dinner I would get in really good restaurants, Italian restaurants in the world, but specifically Bar Pitti. One more thing. I want to put the Malden salt. Okay, turn that. I'm putting the Malden salt on my beef because that's gonna be spectacular. So there you go. That's my all grilled Italian dinner. Trying to get in the camera. Yay. Thanks for watching. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I want to pour some leftover steak juices. Gotta have that. Okay. Now it's perfect.